Hello everybody, and welcome back to YouTube Anomalies. Let's talk about Jack Stauber, an American musician and animator who never restricts himself to one artistic medium, and besides his musical performances, his creative works on YouTube have never once surpassed 5 minutes. Although he has produced slightly longer projects that were authorized by Adult Swim, one would also be remiss to ignore his pop music catalog, his most famous song being among many others. However, on YouTube, Jack Stauber famously adopts a VHS-like style, a comforting yet eerie aesthetic, which he achieves by literally converting his animations into a VHS format. Jack Stauber obviously possesses a wide arsenal of talents, and when I picture the modern artist, Jack Stauber immediately comes to mind. His works are timeless even though they're made to be reminiscent of an earlier era. He claims that most of his artistic decisions are intentional, stating, "I get playful with the words, but they're always chosen very carefully. They all make perfect sense. I wouldn't sing something if it didn't." One might observe that his genius is not just restricted to his music, but the way he communicates to the world through animation. His YouTube channel is his greatest source of creative output, and you could even claim that every single one of his projects is riddled with meaning. Today we'll be observing 4 of his animations, all of which possess different visual styles, but contain similar themes and morals. Let's start with one of my favorite videos he's ever done, named Will, which features this extremely panicked man trapped inside some sort of clock or machine. The room moves around him, possessing all types of buttons, gears, and clocks. You can even spot an opening and closing mouth in some shots. Alarms, grinding machines, and computer errors are all residents of this scene. He's clearly distressed, chewing on his hand, fiddling with levers, keypads, and wires. But in a moment of anxiety, he places his 2 palms on his head, and then discovers that his skull is entirely hollow. He reaches inside, fiddles with the knobs, switches, and controls, and then sits there peacefully. In this video, Jack Stauber teaches us that sometimes we have an incorrect perception of the world. Maybe everything that's going on right now isn't quite as bad as it seems, and we just need to open our eyes, or at least change our perspective. Future is about a son calling his mother from the future. The mom is skeptical and decides to ask the person on the phone what color hair her son has, and the phone responds,
"Well, it used to be brown."
But when the mother checks in on her son and asks what color hair he has,
"Billy, what color is your hair?"
he responds,
"My hair is brown, Mama."
"No, Billy, your hair is red! It's red, Billy!"
It used to be brown, but only until the mother told him it was red. The short concludes with a brilliant ending where you can see the mother's heart sink as she realizes that she might have actually been talking to her son in the future. Perspective, belief, and realization are the 3 themes of this animation. The mother's perspective is that she believes her son's hair is red, but realizes that her son thought it was brown. The boy's perspective is that he believes his hair is brown, but then realizes his hair is red. This animation falls under the theme of perspective, since both the characters initially have a different one, and the video demonstrates how perspective and beliefs can change through realization. Jack Stauber's Rain has another great moment of realization. It pictures a skinny man with an oval head who walks under an awning to escape the rain, but he realizes,
"It's still raining. Why is it still raining? I did what I was supposed to. That's not fair."
The message is simple: life isn't fair. Even though he stood on the awning, a device whose sole purpose is to shade people from harsh weather, the rain persisted. The film can also be interpreted as showcasing expectation and disappointment. The man did everything he was supposed to do, and yet he's let down. I think this video highlights what Jack Stauber is best at, making videos simple and short, yet effective. In the beginning, he's slightly annoyed but calm, but by the end, he's depressed. and the video itself only has 3 props: the man, the rain, and the awning, all of which support the story. The color palette is limited, the electronic soundtrack is calm but gloomy, and the man possesses exaggerated facial proportions. Every Jack Stauber video has charm, and it's not hard to see why this is one of his more popular videos. Finally, let's move on to our last selection, possibly one of his most acclaimed pieces, Help, in which a man is stuck under a rock. Then a guy comes along and says,
"No, you need help. I need help, definitely."
He calls for help and another character arrives, and asks how he can help.
What? Is there a way I can help? I need help. Do you want help? What?
But the man with the green hair figures out that the person stuck didn't need any help, and then he leaves him there. I think this video speaks to a lot of people since it can be interpreted in different ways. To me, it was always reflective of the way society will look at an issue. The man under the rock doesn't want help, he's content, and only when he was told he needed help did he call for it. But he's convinced he needs help by the only man in the animation who's wearing a tie. It's a businessman, a professional, hired to sell this trapped man on the idea of getting help. His face, unlike the other 2 characters, is pointy and less round, making him appear more perfect and ideal. Someone you can trust? He seems like he's got it together, with his flat hair and appealing attire. He doesn't just suggest the idea of getting help, he tells the man he needs it.
No, you need help. I need help, definitely.
He's only able to elaborate and then leave, telling him good luck. Maybe there are times in our lives when we're lied to like this. Maybe if we're being sold a product,
$4.99.
or a lifestyle. Whichever way you interpret it.
$4.99.